today I'm gonna show how to make these cassettes for Kievs and Zorkis, I believe, as well, to sort of work on how they work on cameras, like the Kiev 3, which were made for them, and some of the cassettes, and overall some of these came standard with the cameras themselves. So yeah, this is, as you can see, one sec. Okay, this is a, I believe, what's bronze, not necessarily bronze, but some other kind of alloy that they made. Was it brass, I believe, right? I believe they were made out of brass. It's a Soviet cassette, and these are the proper ones. As far as I know, there were two kinds made. One's of course brass, and the other is aluminium, like these. But they have a real bad problem, as they oxidized, and they're, as you can see, it's really hard to pull up apart, and they're stuck usually. I believe this is the correct one, and I believe I bought one from that had this cassette and a start camera. So yeah, it was properly stuck and oxidized in between, so I even dented it in. It's really thin, so be careful on these, and if you have them, probably don't use them unless you somehow lacquer them in on the inside, as I believe they were lacquered in. This is some kind of a finish, but inside it's really rugged, so yeah, be careful. The proper ones are brass, even though you can see also oxidation on this one here, like sort of spores and whatnot. They're just really smooth, they just glide around as brass should. So yeah, that's what they came with. And another thing is this metal, what was it called? It's not a cassette, but the thing that goes in between, right? So yeah, this one's metal, it's proper, you know. Some of them went with plastic ones. Plastic ones, they're not as bad, but you know, it's something to keep in mind. These are more modern ones, as you can see. I have a ladder already put in some film in it, so it's like modernized. The top and bottom comes out, and it's more easy to operate. Now the thing is with these ones, right, is why are they made and how are they made, sort of. So it's really sort of proprietary, right? But it's rather interesting. So this is the back of it. That's how Kiev 3s and 2s came with. As you can see, there's no sprocket. There's no loose sprocket as on the modern ones. So they're just empty. So you had to have at least either this sprocket, right? As you can use it more modern ways. You just put a film and do what you have to do, right? But the way they were made was, I'm gonna show it to you. It's, let's take this one. Yes, this one. As you can see, there's this pointy bit, right? It has a couple of uses. First of the uses are, one sec, the ridges. There are ridge on this. One sec. Let me see if I can focus it in real proper, or I'm just gonna, nope. One sec. It's gonna be hard to see, but there's this ridge right? And this button. So what it's for is, with this skipped out part, the skipped out part goes into the pointy bit, right? And then it slides, right? It slides till the button part, which is a lever, fixes onto another cutout part. So a lot of cutout parts to make them stick, basically. So that's the use of one of these things. And another one is so that this part, right, goes into the camera here. One sec. There's this, you see, on both sides. So it's for the cassette to basically come in and get fixed in place. So when you have that, apologies, I'm just gonna roll all of those loose screws out of the way. What you have basically, right? This is, one sec, I'm gonna do it not the original way, as you'd have to cut out all of the kinds of shapes to fit it properly, right? What you do is, of course I'm doing it in reverse, right? I doubt I can do it properly. I'm gonna do it in reverse because it's gonna be way simpler, alright? So you just put the ladder or leader into the place to get fixed, yeah? So it gets fixed in properly. I'm gonna do it fully. Then it goes like this, of course, right? One sec, it's a bit uncomfortable to do with. You just get it in, you just properly fix it in, and then you, of course, you're gonna see what's the rather problem with all of this thing. You get it fixed like this, right? Of course, you would do this whole thing reversed and all of the jazz, right? So you can see it says closed, right, in Russian. So you have this thing, right? It gets put in place, right, into the dip. I set this thing also into the cassette, our imaginary cassette, into the sprockets and whatnot, and you have your sort of finished product, right? But it's gonna be in reverse, as I said, too many times, right? So the good thing and the bad thing with this, right, is it's all loosey-goosey, right? If you do it with just the sprocket, right, it's harder to put it in. And I've had a bit of an issue with, I don't remember which camera, but I did with a Kiev. So I had a bit of an issue of actually loading it in. So what happens now, right? There are more dips, like on this one, right? It is to accommodate the two buttons. So you see the button and this imaginary button that doesn't do anything other than fix it in place, of course. So now that we have our film inside, right, we go up and close it a bit, right? Oh, magnetized. Right, we carefully, in quotation marks, put this so that it goes into the dip, because it's not perfect alignment, and we close it. But by closing it, the door that said closed in Russian, it opened up, as you see when I do it by hand, by pressing it in and then closing it up or opening it up. This does it for you. So that's the plus of it. And that's it. Basically, you have your film in two cassettes of whatever kind of way you did back in the day, or right now. You can do it, of course, normally as I showed, and obviously you have your film inside. So now I'm gonna prove it that it does reel up back inside. So I'm gonna carefully, because I have not done it like concrete way to actually press in the film in the back or in the cassette. I'm gonna carefully reel it back in, so it doesn't do anything. And a lot of minuses are that the film, if you either close it away more frequently or anything like that, you crumple the film inside, and you do scratch it up, and there's a lot of metal up inside everywhere, so it's the alignment. I don't know how perfect the alignment is. It's just I found out today how to do this, so I thought of filming it. So that's the tutorial. And another thing is, as it is copied from Lycos, I think, right? So they had similar kind of containers, right? I wonder how they worked, but probably they worked the same kind of way. And I believe they also have it. I believe it's already out of the primary cassette. Yep, it's loose now up inside. I believe that they can work for Zorkis as well, but who knows actually. So that's just a theory. So now again, you close it up or open it up, but it closes up the cassette inside, and there you go. Now you have a cassette that has film inside that you reeled back in or reeled out in with shooting, and it's closed, or I believe it should have been, even though it clicked right now. It's sort of tight, you know, it's sort of light tight, so it should work. So yeah, that's basically the tutorial. It's a bit too cracking, too wild, but yep, that's what you have. That's what you get in this. So yeah, to recap all of this, right? How this works. You have your sprocket thingy. I don't remember how it's called. You put it in like this. The top bit goes up to the buttons, right? You basically put it in between of those. You fish it inside, and you close it up, right? Either there is film or there isn't, right? That's how it works. Then you take your cassette, you put it inside, and you get this dimple up in the dip, and that's what you get basically. You can do it right now, you can do it later, but it's done. You can see that it's in there, and you do it whatever the hell you want. Of course, when you have it like this, you have to close it, because if you don't, you're probably gonna miss either the dimples, or it's gonna have alignment issues, or something like that. So that's it. That's basically how these cassettes, Soviet Leica copy cassettes, worked. So yep, that's it.